JT kicked him away and huddled against the house, sobbing uncontrollably. Mr. Rosen stood back, watching him helplessly, not knowing what to do. He understood about the tuna now. Mrs. Rosen saw Mama Melcy walking toward the store and on her way to do rodent shopping. She met her midway and explained about the accident. Mama Melcy dropped her shopping cart and ran to JT's side. "Honey," she said, reaching out to take him in her arms. JT looked up at her, tears frozen on his face. Then he ran across the lot. Mama Melcy looked after him, then down at the strange construction beside her. Bending over, she looked inside and saw the cat's lifeless form. She recognized the hood from JT's coat. She took it and slowly put it in her pocket. Mr. and Mrs. Rosen came up behind her. For a long moment, they stared at the little house. Mama Melcy saw something at the entrance and picked it up for a closer look. It was the welcome mat. She closed her eyes and shook her head slowly. "I knowed his heart was in a tangle about something," she said, "but I didn't know what. He spent one whole evening making that patch for that poor critter's eye." Mr. Rosen looked around the empty lot, then back at the little house. He was moved by its valiant attempt to be a home. Look out of all this junk. Just look at what he made. That night when Roden got home from work, Mama Melcy told her about what had happened that afternoon. They both tried to comfort him in the days that followed, but JT wouldn't be comforted. He only nibbled at his food, though. Roden fixed things she knew he liked, and he talked little. "If only I listened to him," Roden told Mama Melcy. "If only I let him bring that cat into this house when he asked." If only. Yes, if only you had, Mama Melcy told her, but you didn't. And now, we have to listen to him all the more. What's done is done. Ain't no use in blaming yourself for what you can't undo. Mama Melcy understood JT's grief, and she knew there was little she could do to lessen it. One night, she went in to talk with him after he had gone to bed. JT did not stir when she entered the room, but he felt her presence at the end of the couch. She checked the draft and tightened the cloth stretched across the window. "I made some boiled custard. How about I get you some?" JT shook his head no. Mama Melcy sat down on the couch and put his feet in her lap, making sure the blanket was tucked in around them. She was silent for a moment. They both stared at the neon lights that flickered their messages across the wall. "I don't know why we decorating the tree," she said. "This place is lit up like a Christmas tree as it is." She turned to JT and smiled, then rested her head on the back of the antimacassar pinned to the couch. There was an awkward silence again. Then Mama Melcy began to speak, painfully at first, then easier as she sensed that she was reaching him. "I know how bad you hurting, honey. That cat, he was something real special to you. I know. You something real special too. You are." Hi guys, so this week we talked about Mama Melcy and JT. JT is going just through a really rough time with losing his cat, and this week Mama Melcy is trying to figure out ways that she can comfort him. What are some ways that you guys deal with grief and loss, and what are some ways that other people have helped you through a time of grief and loss? Can you guys leave it in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.